This is Fresh Air. I'm Terry Gross. When thorny issues about race are in the news, Jon Stewart often calls on The Daily Show's senior black correspondent, Larry Wilmore. Until recently, Wilmore worked primarily as a television writer. He won an Emmy for writing The Bernie Mac Show, which he co-created. He wrote for the sketch comedy show In Living Color and the sitcom The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. More recently, he's written for The Office and appeared in an episode as a diversity counselor. Before we talk with Wilmore, let's hear a clip from The Daily Show. Here's Jon Stewart.
Thank you very much. I'm pleased to be joined on this special day by our senior black correspondent, Larry Wilmore. Larry, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Well, Condoleezza Rice's testimony before Congress was a proud moment for all African Americans. Dissembling and avoiding responsibility for catastrophic mistakes used to be the white man's purview. But it's clear that in today's America, a black woman can finally be judged by the lack of content in her character.
Larry Wilmore, welcome to Fresh Air. Now, how'd you come up with the name The Senior Black Correspondent?
That was the head writer, DJ... I can never pronounce DJ's last name. But it was DJ's idea to do that joke, you know, and I wanted to do a joke initially making fun of the fact that I was the first black correspondent, and we kind of wrote a piece like that. But then we said, no, let's go after this macaca thing came up when we decided to do that. But DJ thought it would be a good idea to at least put a little hint of that in there in the beginning. And he came up with that joke, senior black correspondent, and for me to take umbrage at it right in the beginning. And first, John announced me as black correspondent Larry Wilmore, and I wouldn't say anything until he announced me as the senior black correspondent Larry Wilmore. So.
Is there a kind of story that you think black correspondents were typically called on to do in, say, local news that you wanted to play off of?
A little bit of that. I used to write for In Living Color years ago, the sketch comedy show on Fox, and we did a couple of sketches when the riots happened in Los Angeles where suddenly they would send the black correspondents who you never had seen that much into some of the most dangerous areas where there were things going on, you know. And we just thought that was funny because it always seemed like when bad stuff was happening in black areas, we'd suddenly see these black correspondents we had never seen. And so that joke had always kind of been in the back of my mind.
So how do you look for the right stories to cover for The Daily Show?
You know what? It's so amazing how stories just kind of fall out of the air, you know. As you're thinking of, it's hard. It's almost really hard to answer that because you just look at something that happens and then just think about it and come up with a point of view on it. Like, for instance, DJ thought it would be a good idea to do something in Black History Month, so